Areas are in remote mountain villages that are difficult to reach. Charlotte Winfield, BBC News.
Well, let's get more on that story with BBC Arabic's Mohamed Taha, who joins me now from the BBC newsroom. Well, Mohamed, we saw that report there. What more do we know?
Hi, Regini. Recently, the U.S. Geological Survey announced that there will be 34% that the numbers of casualties might reach 1,000. So this is giving indication that the amount of the magnitude of this earthquake that hit like third of the area of the whole Morocco, we might see a big rise in numbers of casualties. And as rightly the report said, there is a big difficulty in reaching the remote villages in the Atlas Mountains, which were hit the most from this earthquake. The earthquake was felt in several cities, not only Marrakesh, but Azilal, Warzarat, Shishawa, and even in the Canary Islands, in the offshores of Morocco, they felt the big and the strong earthquake. Even in the neighboring Algeria, in the eastern side of Morocco, they felt also the earthquake. So we see there are scenes of horror and shock, and people fled their homes, staying in the streets because they felt aftermath also of that big earthquake.
And you mentioned there the challenges of that rescue operation. What more do we know about the teams that have been deployed and how long it might take them to reach the areas?
It might take days and days for these teams to be able to reach the remote villages in the Atlas Mountains. It's a mountain area with lots of old villages with old buildings. As well as Marrakesh. Marrakesh is a touristic area with lots of buildings with cultural heritage value, and we might see lots of devastation. Already, there has been announced already that the ancient walls of Marrakesh were affected by this earthquake. If we look at the previous earthquakes that hit Morocco in 2004, there is Al Hasima earthquake, which killed 628, and in the 1960 the Agadir earthquake, which killed 12,000 people. So the history of earthquake in Morocco, we see always big numbers of casualties in these earthquakes.
Mohamed Taha in our newsroom, thank you very much for bringing us up to date with the latest. I should just say that we are running a live page on the BBC News website, which is full of all the latest updates and the latest images coming from Morocco. And we'll, of course, have more on that story as and when we get it.